Hello everyone, Dan here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review for Unnatural Order. This is a new book from Vault Comics. I hadn't done a Vault review in a little while, and I'm so glad that we're back because, man, they deliver some really fun stuff. Let's talk about the creative team before we get into this book. This book is written by Christopher Yost with art by Val Rodrigues, colors by Derbla Kelly, and letters by N World Design. In this book, Chris Yost, co-creator of X-23, writer of hundreds of X-Men issues and films and shows that you probably like, including Thor, Ragnarok, and The Mandalorian, returns to comic books with Val Rodrigues to weave together a dark fantasy and action-packed sci-fi story in Unnatural Order. First of all, yeah, big fan of Christopher Yost and a lot of the work that he's done all over the place, really. In this issue, after the fall of the Britons, the Roman invasion of Hibernia, the captive known only as Druid is released, sending a darkness across the world, an age of horrors on fire and entrails, as innocents burn in the wicker fields. Those who would resist learn of the existence of the man who even Druid fears. For it is this prisoner, a soldier from a different time, who alone knows the Druid's secret. This is not how the world is supposed to be. This book, I didn't really know what to expect going into this. I didn't read the synopsis. I hadn't seen any of the stuff that Vault sent us a little media package with some of this stuff, but I just downloaded the book and I dove right in. And I think that is the best way to experience this book, just kind of really with not really knowing much. This book is definitely a very dark fantasy. I really like the characters, the aesthetics of everything that's showing, and the book pulls you into one direction throughout the whole issue, right? There's this fantasy world, there's magic, there's all this, and then towards the end of the first issue, it just shows you that none of what you thought was happening is actually what we're gonna dive into, and I really enjoy that. I really enjoy the journey. There's a lot of like very horrific imagery. There's a lot of really cool magic things, and like I said, just the the journey across this new world that we're exploring. Uh, every step of the way, something feels a little off, and I think that's kind of what the book wants you to. It wants you to kind of be on edge at every turn, and I find that to be a lot of fun. So I really enjoyed this one. Now let's talk a little bit about the art because although I'm not very familiar with Rodriguez' art, I think it's fantastic. I just love the way the art team captures the aesthetic of like this time era, how we experience the introduction of this character named the Druid, this gigantic tree that's full of like, we know there's something eerie and wrong about it for sure, and just when these characters explode here in the last page, and then you go back and see the gore and the look zooming into the Druid's face. Yeah, I just really enjoyed that. And this is just kind of like a little prologue to the book. We get to a few years later where we're following the characters that we'll be talking about really for the main issue for most of it. And we get this really cool imagery, these wolves that really turn into other creatures that they're not really wolves. And so all this magic, like all this dark fantasy stuff that you enjoy. But like I mentioned, as you get there and you meet this prisoner at the end of the first issue, uh, it's just the way the team is letting you know, like, you think you know where we're going, but you really have no idea what this book is really about, and we're about to get real deep into it. So that was really fun. I just really enjoyed that journey, and I think that Vault is really good. Like, they offer some amazing pitches that I think will appeal to very different genres. This definitely skews a lot more dark fantasy, a little bit, sci-fi. There's something, but like I said, there's something more. It's like a little. There's something to a thriller as well, and definitely some horrific imagery. So, very welcoming to a lot of the genre people that you might like. So I quite enjoy this. I'm definitely looking forward to checking this out. There's some really cool variant covers that hopefully my shop was able to get. So if you have read this book, let me know what you thought about it down in the comments. As always, Thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Stay tuned. We have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff here in the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.